Hi guys, and today I will be reviewing this long-awaited Hornby locomotive. Pre-ordered this when it first was announced by Hornby for their 2019 release in January, and it has finally arrived. And first opinion is it looks really great. Lovely blue, lovely red rods. So yeah, this is going to be my take on the B2 by Hornby. Hope you enjoy. Here is some model information. As of 2018, Hornby announced that they would be doing 3 variants of the B2, one being Sherwood and the other one being the International Coalboard Blue, and there was one more as well. And Hornby also do a W4, which is 040 as well. As we move on to the front of the locomotive, it has a separately applied hook just in the centre of the buffer there. It has separately applied handrails. It has a separately applied dart too, it's meant about darts as well. Most of the front looks moulded, but that's not a shame. It looks like a few rivets on the buffer as well. The buffers are not sprung, but they are metal, turned metal as well. And it has a small tension lock coupling in NEM1 as well. As we move on to the side of the locomotive, we have it in this lovely blue. It's not quite a Caledonian blue or a Garter blue, but it's a blue. I think it's more of a royal blue. We have a red reverser rod there. We also have another red piping just below the boiler, which looks like it could be to do with the brakes. The motion and the rods are metal and red, which is great. The cinders are lovely with a little bit of gold just sticking out drain cocks here. We also have the colliery the locomotive is at, and then above that we have the builder's plate. We have a safety valve and whistle. The whistle is on top of the cab and the safety valve is in the centre of the boiler. We have bronze or Great Western style chimney. We also have some sort of lamp iron sticking out of the front as well. The lettering is perfect, it's spot on, it's black with gold. Very nice. We have this wasp style step there too. As we move on to the other side of the locomotive, the only difference I really can see is there is no reversing rod in the centre below the boiler there. We have a separately applied handrail there. That's about it on this side. As we look from above, as it was, the locomotive's coal is quite intricate, quite small. I think it's removable. It looks like it's removable. The safety valves and whistles, you get a better view here as well, and the water cap too. Also, you can see the rivets as well that go all around the boiler. As we look inside the cab the best I can, it looks like it's all painted. The cab looks like it's painted in cream. A lot of the dials and reversing stuff is all painted as well on water gauges. Hornby have done a fantastic job as well. You can see the glazing, which looks like it's flush for the front windows as well. As we move on to the back of the locomotive, there's not really much to speak about. You can just about see the coal. The windows are glazed, which is nice. We also have that separately applied hook too. We have the lining as well. Metal buffers, but not sprung. And finally, on to the underside of the locomotive. It looks like there's pickups on all 6 wheels, which is great. Also, there's a cog there or gear you can oil. Saves you taking off the shell to get to the motor. Doesn't look too bad, if you ask me. The motor in the Peckett B2 is a 3-pole screw round motor. You need, if you're going to make it sound and DCC fitted, you need a this loco is fitted with 2 decoders with NEM 651 and a 6-pin plug, which is there just next to the motor there. You need to take the front coupling off, which easily comes off with a flat-headed knife or a screwdriver, and take 2 screws out, one where the coupling is and one just before the rear coupling, and it should just easily slide off. Some will be a bit stiff. Here is some model information on the class and loco. The Peckett B class was a classic 6-coupled industrial side tank type locomotive from the late Victorian / Edwardian era that covered 3 different variants from the B1 all the way through to the B3. The original version of the B1 was a Fox Walker design and featured a smoke box that extended beyond the saddle tank. An open cab was fitted with flares at the top of the coal bunker. When Peckett and Sons Limited took over from Fox Walker and Company in 1880, the intentions of the B1s produced by the firm following the design of the Fox Walker design. By 1890, the Peckett B1 design was extended and covered the cab, the full length of the saddle tank had evolved, and in 1905 a new upgraded version appeared, the B2 class. The Peckett B2 060ST was more compact than the predecessor, although it was had the bigger cab and extended coal rail bunkers, and tended to give this impression. The first of the class, number 1051, was sold new in 1905 to the Tulmy Collier in Wales, so I've pronounced that wrong. Whilst no more than 4 locomotives were ever produced in that year. Production continued until 1931 when number 1802 was sold until Hardwick Colliery Company Limited. In all, 40 B2s locomotives were constructed and produced, working quite hardly across collieries, steelworks and docks railway systems. For example, the class remained in use right up until the mid-70s, partly for the National Coal Board, and 2 locomotives have been preserved, which are 1378 Westminster and 1636 Funman. Peckett 1455 was built in 1918 for the Ropery Coal Company Limited for use across the extensive railway systems in 1947 when coal mines were nationalised. Ryhope Colliery became part of the Norfolk Division number 1, and number 1455 was transformed into National Coal Board ownership, remaining there until the colliery was closed in 1966. So next up will be some points tests. No second radius because this thing can do first. So it seems pointless doing second. So here comes the points test. That's not bad. I think you can do better than that. It managed that pretty well. Some slow speed, and then I will find it a friend. So yeah guys, that's the end of the review and the mini running session. Do apologise if it's quite small. Battery's running a little bit low at the moment. I'll show you what I had on the layout before I have my opinion. Running partner was this, is it a WD060 or is it the LNER J94 I believe. This is in Longbow Military. I thought it'd go quite nice with the National Cold War one, especially with the red rods there as well. Over in the shed, we had, in the shed itself, we had the Electron. It's a Spanish loco. It's a 030 Spanish loco by Hornby again. Looks a lot like the Peckett as well, in my opinion. And over on the yard there, we have the Dodo, which is a W4, and we have Stepney, which is an A1X Terrier, the brand new one. So they're the three that we had. My opinions on this: it's easy to maintain. Start off with, as you can tell, I managed to get to show the motor for once. It's not like me with my heavy hands, but it's easily done, just 2 screws, which is good. The detail is quite extraordinary for the price. Good runner, doesn't like to be ran by cold when it's cold. Doesn't like it at all, but when it's warmed up, gets going. It's fine. Are they worth £100? Yes. Yeah, they are if you're not comparing them to Oxford Rail, in my opinion. If you compare them to Oxford Rail, then no. Is the word. Would I recommend it? Anyone who's doing a national coal board layout, yeah. Anyone who collects industrial locomotives, yes. Anyone who just wants one, yeah. But yeah, they're well worth the money. I can see why they've sold out everywhere. High detail everywhere. I hope I showed the detail off pretty well in my detail video. So yeah. Any questions or comments, please let me know. I'll answer them as soon as I can. Until next time guys, it's goodbye from these beauties and it's goodbye from me. Bye.